Want to ask you, what does being a man mean to you? We've got all these depictions and aspects of what we think manhood and masculinity is all about. And I realize that being a man is hard work, but it's hard work. But here's the thing, hard work is hard work. Today, let's talk about what it takes to be a man on a mission. 3 ways to maximize your life as a man. Lock in for today's podcast masterclass. Turn me up. You know I'm mic'd up. Join me and let's mix it up. What's good people? How you doing? How you living? How's it going? What's happening? I hope that you are doing well. Well, I want to welcome you to another edition of In the Mix. I'm your host with the most, yours truly, Dr. Eddie Connor. And it is an honor that you have joined me today. Once you lock in, once you lean in on this, because we're going to have a courageous conversation of illumination. And in order to do that, I want you to share. Yeah. Share this word with somebody today. Share this with somebody. I know you're here because you care, I know you're here because you care. So now share, please. Thank you. We're going to have a courageous conversation of illumination. Let's really have some transparent truth of transformation with this conversation. And we're talking about 3 ways to maximize your life as a man, being a man on a mission. And let's jump right on into it, because being a man is hard work, but it's hard work. And we often ask that question, or we've heard that question, what does being a man mean to you? I think every man is going to find some way, shape, or form in their life where they're actually battling with that question. Every woman is going to be looking to find the answer in a particular man of their interest, family member, somebody who they're related to, for direction. I have an Iron Men's ministry at our church, which is the Remnant Worshipers Ministry here in the city of Detroit. And we gather together on first and third Tuesdays to talk about manhood and masculinity and the things that we go through, and what things that we need to grow through to become a man. And I was asking that particular question to many of the men in our group. Many of them were saying, listen, is somebody who has values, somebody who's principled, somebody who has a backbone, somebody who is a quote unquote, there it is, man of their word. They say they're going to do something and they actually follow through and they do it. Man, in my opinion, means someone who manages, maintains, manifests their destiny, uses God's manual to make their life work. Man, mature, assertive, nurture. That's my acronym for man. Mature. When I was a child, I spake as a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things. That's what scripture says. The 13th chapter, 1 Corinthians. Assertive. You have a backbone. You don't have a wishbone. You're going to stand up for what is right, and you're not going to back down. You're going to draw a line in the sand. You're going to stand 10 toes down on it. And then nurturer. And generally nurturing, you predicate that specifically to women. But as a man, you wouldn't pick up and handle bricks, a baby, like you would handle bricks. You're going to do something different. You're going to be one who is caring and considerate. And I think that speaks to the essence of what manhood and masculinity is all about. Number one, things we need to do to maximize our life as a man. Here's number one. Make health and fitness a priority. Family, write this down. Write this down. Make health and fitness a priority. All the brothers who are watching, for all the sisters who love brothers, I want to share this with somebody. We got to make ourselves a priority as men. We got to make health and fitness a priority. Our body is a temple. Generally, for us as men, we don't like to go to the doctor, and we only go if something is dire, needed, in a necessity. Something's totally, absolutely wrong. When you think about prostate cancer, when you think about cancer in general, when you think about all types of issues and heart disease, which is the number one killer of Americans, diet and exercise, needed and necessary. That's important. Longevity of life is important. Here's the thing: men die an average of 8 years younger than women for various reasons. We have to make health, men's health, a priority, a primary concern. We know how to be dressed up. We know how to get the haircut. We know how to look sharp. We know how to do all of these specific things. But what is taking place underneath the clothes? What is the state of your heart like? What is your health and nutrition like? We have to move into that particular place when we're talking about making health and fitness a priority. That speaks to maintaining a healthy diet. Am I getting proper rest? Do I have the right type of water intake for my body daily? Am I physically active? Even if it's 20 or 30 minutes of activity, exercise, just a few times a week, that goes a long way. Here's the thing. How can you be the guy with the S on your chest if you won't strengthen your mind, body, soul, and spirit? How can you take care of others if you don't and won't take care of yourself? Visit your physician, not when something's wrong. Go for your annual, maybe every 6 months, at least once a year. And as men, let's be honest, we're generally hesitant to visit the doctor, but we got to change that. Why? Because our health is our wealth. We shouldn't give our car more attention than we give our body. We shouldn't give our clothes more attention than we give our mind. We get an oil change, but we don't check our blood pressure. We have to focus on what matters most. And here's the thing. You matter. Family, just type that. You matter. Realize that you matter. And because you matter, you got to begin to adopt a lifestyle of nutrition, exercise, health, and wellness. You've got to do that. There's only one you. You can get another car, you can get more clothes, you can get more shoes, but you can't get another you. You matter. Prioritize your health and your fitness. Make the necessary changes in your diet. Work on your sleep hygiene. Visit the doctor. Schedule an appointment. Yeah, you need to do that today or the next business day, office business day that is open. You need to do that. Don't delay it. Don't procrastinate on it. Take care of it now. You matter. And because you matter, that's why we're giving you this session. 3 ways to maximize your life as a man. Secondly, here's what we need to also do. We need to focus on our finances. We need to focus on our finances. We're talking about man on a mission. 3 ways to maximize your life as a man. 3 ways to maximize your life as a man. Yeah, a man should be a man of prayer. A man should be a man of protection. A man should be a man of provision. A man should be one who ponders. But a man should also focus on his finances. And here's the thing. Focus on your finances is not just so that you can spend it. It's about more than securing the bag. It's about being financially and economically empowered. Listen to me. You will always be in doubt if you live in debt. Just like I was talking about, focusing on our body and our nutrition, not living to eat, eating to live. As a cancer survivor, I know about that. Chemotherapy, radiation, lost all my hair, my self confidence, my self esteem, dealing with the ramifications of stage 4 cancer. Can't just eat what I want to eat. Being able to find the can of cancer, I'm grateful for that. Can't just eat what I want to eat. Can't just, do what I want to do. I got to make sure that I'm taking care of my body the right way. What am I doing with my finances as well? Am I financially free? Am I economically empowered? What does my credit score look like? Do I spend more than I save? Am I, you know, totally soaked in debt? Are you drowning in debt? Are you being a good steward of your finances? Or is it that whenever you get a dollar, you got to spend 99 cents of it? Are you budgeting your money? What books are you reading to be financially fit, to be fit financially? Here's another thing. Yeah, you may have a job, but what are you also doing to work on your dream until your dream now becomes your job? Are you creating multiple sources of revenue, multiple streams of income? Ecclesiastes says, listen, have 7 different revenue streams, 8 just because in case of the day of disaster. And it seems like we're living in disastrous times already. That we definitely are. Got to find new ways to create new streams of income. What are your gifts? Are those gifts dormant? Are you recognizing your gifts within? Beyond being a consumer, here's what we have to be. We have to become a creator. You're more than a purchaser, you're a producer. You're more than a spender, you're a saver. You're more than somebody who's overspending. You ought to move into a place of investing. How are you diversifying your financial portfolio? Do you have money mentors? Are you taking the time to gain knowledge on the stock market, on real estate, on home ownership, on entrepreneurship? What are you doing to create another stream of income via the internet, via social media? Are you tapping into ways that you can even use AI or many of these money apps to be able to balance your budget? Are you even budgeting your money? What did you spend your money on last month? What did you spend your money on last week? Do you even know? Right? Financial success is not about what you're wearing, it's about who you're becoming. It's about what your money is doing. Financial success is about more than wearing designer labels, enhancing your personal look. Here's what it's about. It's about living a principled life. How can you be a person who's going to provide for the woman in your life, who's going to provide for your children, if you can't even provide for yourself? If you don't have any economic restraint, right? If you're not tapped into what you need to handle financially, listen, you're going to throw it away. You're a walking financial time bomb. Come on, family. Type financially fit. Financially fit. Type that. Financially fit. Yeah, I got to be physically fit, but I also have to be emotional. I have to be financially fit as well. I have to be. I have to find ways to create other streams of revenue. So to where I'm not just solely dependent on one particular revenue, but I can diversify my portfolio. I can create different streams of income. Here's what you need to understand. If you have multiple gifts, if you have multiple gifts, you ought to be making multiple streams of income. You're not one dimensional, you're multidimensional. You ought to be creating multiple streams of income. Last but not least, talking about 3 ways to maximize your life as a man. Talking about being a man on a mission, being a man on a mission. Thirdly, type emotional intelligence. Be emotionally intelligent. That's what we have to be. As men, we have to be emotionally intelligent. Got to be emotionally intelligent. How am I with my emotions? What is the state of my emotions? Where am I? How do I deal with anger? How do I deal with thoughts that are negative? How do I deal with the state of where it is with depression and anxiety? Do I project that anger on other people? How do I manage my emotions? Nothing wrong with having emotions, just wrong when emotions have you. Nothing wrong with having emotions, is just the mismanagement of them. And then here's what I don't need to be. I don't need to be emotionally unavailable to where I just say, nah, I ain't got no emotions. I don't cry. I don't do none of that stuff. And here's the thing. Emotion is not just about crying. Emotions are allowing yourself to feel, and now being positive, being proactive with that, to be able to mediate the issue that needs to be dealt with. Can't fight what you won't face. Can't recover from what you cover. Can't heal from what you won't deal with. Proverbs 25:28 affirms this: he that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. The strongest man is the one who can rule his spirit and his emotions. The strongest man is not the one who can lift the heaviest weight. The strongest man is one who can deal with the emotional weight of what it is that seeks to destroy him, that seeks to keep him shrouded, that keeps to see him in a cycle of negativity. And here's the thing: a lack of control makes you a dangerous man. When everything that is chaotic, when everything around you is chaotic, do you still have calm? Are you still collected? Can you remain cool under pressure? Can you bring peace and logic to the situation? Can you refrain from hitting someone due to anger or a fit of rage? Here's what I understand: anger is just one letter away from danger. How do I channel my anger? Can I channel my anger into work? Can I channel my anger into the gym? Can I channel my anger now to mentoring? Can I channel the anger now into doing something positive and productive? Or now am I allowing life to run me rather than me running life? Fine line between anger and danger. Life is not lived with brute force and going fisticuffs. And here's the thing: oftentimes the only emotion that we've been able to express and show without being deemed to be feminine, effeminate, whatever the case may be, is anger. And when you take that emotion away from most men, they don't even know what to do. The only emotion that many of us have been relegated to show is anger. Anger gets men incarcerated because they didn't know how to handle that anger. They did something permanent, temporary situation. Anger gets a man a domestic violence charge. Anger causes a man to oftentimes take his own life. Anger causes us to make poor decisions. We know how to emotionally accelerate from 0 to 100 real quick, but we need to learn how to decelerate so we won't crash. Hear me. Meekness is not weakness. It just means you have controlled your emotions with strength. Within every man is the Hulk, but we must learn how to be David Banner. It takes no effort to be a caricature, but true discipline is fortified in the development of our character. What are you doing each and every single day to develop your character? And here's what we've done as a consequence to allowing people to push our buttons, because we've allowed people to treat us like an elevator. Now we just respond to what it is that people do. Here's what we do. Matter of fact, we just react to what people do. We don't respond, we react. We've become so much of a thermometer, not a thermostat. A thermometer reflects, but a thermostat sets. Stop reflecting the negative. Stop reflecting the doubt. Stop reflecting the decay. Stop reflecting what your father didn't do. Sometimes you got to reparent yourself. In a multitude of counselors, there's safety. Got to put yourself around other positive men, because here's the thing about men. Men need mentors. You can't even spell mentor without men. You can't spell mental health without men heal. We have to work on the emotional wounds, the psychological pain, the emotional incarceration that we have shelved and hid because we try to silence the shame, but it never is silenced. It always shows up. Got to learn how to channel our anger and our triggers and our traumas, the things that become so TNT explosive, into something productive and something positive. Got to be confident, got to be competent in displaying empathy. Come on, bro. You got to honor your humanity. Come on, bro. Got to tap into your emotional intelligence. There's greatness in you. There's a sister that's praying for you. There's a mother that loves you. There's another brother that wants to see you win and succeed. Not just you against the world. Don't have to just be so ultra competitive that it's all about you and nobody else. No, no man is an island on his own. We all need each other, and we got to grow in grace. We got to work on our physical health and our nutritional wellness. Got to work on our overall wellness. You have to make sure that we're financially fit, and we have to be emotionally intelligent. That's going to govern and guide your relationships, how you live your life, so that you can not just strive for the best, but actually ascertain it, actually apprehend it, actually seize the moment and do something positive as a result of it. I want you to sow into this word that you've heard. I want you to sow into this word. I want you to maximize your life, and you can do that with your seed. You can sow even now to maximize yourself. Come on, being a mission-minded man. Ladies, I want you to sow into a mission-minded man in your life, that mission-minded boy who's going to become a mission-minded man, who's your son, the father, the brother, the nephew, the cousin. I want you to sow into that mission-minded man. Brother, I want you to sow into you being a mission-minded man, that you're taking your life to another level. You're going to level up. You're going to push. You're going to succeed by any means necessary. Thank you for sowing into the word that you've heard. Yes, you see the information in our live chat. Information for how to give and where to give is in the description of this video. Cash App, $Dr. Eddie Ministries, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr, gmail.com, whether it's a $20 seed, whether it's a $10 seed, whether it's a $5 seed, whether it's a $25 seed. I want you to sow something. This is a haven of hope. This is a podcast masterclass where we're always giving you a word in due season, speaking life into your life. And the requirement, what is incumbent upon you, is when you are fed, it's for you to sow in a place of gratitude. Cash App, $Dr. Eddie Ministries, Dr. Eddie Ministries, Dr. Eddie Ministries, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr at gmail.com. Not as a debt that you owe, it is a seed that you sow. Thank you for the super conversation, for engaging in that. Super chat, super sticker. Yes, I want you to sow into that now, even with a super thanks. And my super thanks to you is for giving. I appreciate you and for your amazing, amazing support. Family, if you're not a part of our Eagles community, soar with us, soar with us. The EaglesAcademy.com is a website, the EaglesAcademy.com. I want you to soar with us into greater success and purpose. You need to be in our virtual village, a caring community of camaraderie, of compassion, of consideration, concern. I want you to become a member even now. Join our virtual village. It's where I coach, it's where I teach, it's where I train, it's where I mentor. Go to the EaglesAcademy.com, the EaglesAcademy.com. Time for you to increase your ideas, your impact, and your influence. To go where you've never gone before, to do what you've never done before. And in our community, it's all about transformation. If you're really serious about growing and developing in your emotional intelligence, your business, your finances, interpersonal growth, your purpose, marketing, developing holistically, this is the community for you. You won't experience anything but transformation and connectivity. As you get access to our private Facebook group, as you get access to all of our sessions, past and present, as you get to connect and network with gifted leaders locally, nationally, and globally. You never know if those are just going to be business partners or lifelong friends or both. And then, of course, our live sessions where I'm coaching, teaching, training, mentoring you, giving you Eagle's Nest reflection homework to actually break down what it is that we've talked about so that you now have not just information, but revelation for transformation and then application. Go right now, theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form. I guarantee you're going to be transformed. Family, were you transformed by this conversation? Yeah. Just type level up. Type level up if you were transformed. We're going to maximize the moment. Going to maximize these moments. Family, in the mix is out of time, but trust me, I'm not out of truth. And so I want to thank you for rocking with me. I want to thank you for riding with me. I want to thank you for rolling with me. Why? Because that's just how we roll. And we roll together each and every single weekday, Monday through Friday for In the Mix. And we mix it up right here. Yes, on the YouTube side, I appreciate you hitting that thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up button. Like, comment, share, subscribe. It's been an explosion of transformation day. Share this link with somebody. Share this link with somebody. Share this link with somebody. As well, sincere salute, shout out to all of you who are watching us on sister satellite stations on social media. I just got a question for you. Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Well, then step this way, step that way. Which way? By friending me, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. We don't stop at EddieConnorJr. Come on, family, put some respect on my name. EddieConnorJr. Y'all keep showing love. I'm going to keep showing up. I want you to show up to my amazing church where I pastor, which is the Remnant Worshipers Ministry in the city of Detroit, 20470 Hubble Street. It's where I'm saving you a seat. Church of Lives worth the flight of the drive. When you arrive, you're going to be empowered to thrive. You are going to be empowered to thrive and be revived at the Remnant. You owe it to you to join us for our word and worship experience, powerful prayer, praise, and preach word. Join us. Join us. This Sunday, 10 o'clock a.m. Tell somebody, bring somebody. Personally inviting you to join me at the service, 10 o'clock a.m. this Sunday. Can't wait to see your face in place. trwchurch.org is the website to get more information about our church. You can also get any of my books. I've got 18 books out there on Amazon, ebooks, audiobooks, hard copies. You can also get signed copies at my website, EddieConnor.com. Add me to your library. Add me to your playlist. I've got a plethora of resources for you, such as my bestseller book, Blueprint. Where are my authors at? Just type author if I'm talking to you. Type author if I'm talking to you, whether that's aspiring author or whether that's published author. Type author. This will help not only aspiring authors, but published authors. Showing you how to increase your sales, how to become an industry authority as an author, how to maximize your manuscript at the marketplace. You need this bestseller book, Blueprint. Listen, I made so many mistakes in the publishing game, but I have given you all the strategies that work. I've wasted $1,000. I bumped my head, trial and error, all of that. Not anymore. Get my bestseller book, Blueprint, that gives you all the strategies that I use to make sure that I go number one every single time that I drop a book. Every single time. You cannot win with using an outdated system. You can't help but to win by using this system. Even if you don't have a big social media following, this will still work for you. Go get that right now. accessidentity.org/author. I'm giving you a hookup. Put in the word sword checkout, and I'm going to give you $60 off. $60 off the bestseller book, Blueprint. Not only that, after you write a book, people are going to ask you to talk about it. Get my Successful Speaker Strategies digital video training guide, 4.5 hours worth of just content on the science of speaking, the art of communication. What picture are you painting when you're speaking? Your words are a paintbrush. What picture are you painting when you're speaking? Whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. Let me show you how to wow your audience. Let me show you how to be invited back. Let me show you how to develop your signature story. Go get that as well. accessidentity.org/speaker. Bestseller book Blueprint. accessidentity.org/author. Successful Speaker Strategies, digital video training guide. accessidentity.org/speaker. You can get both. Put in the word sword checkout for either of them, for both of them, and I'm giving you, that's a $120 deal for both of those. $120 off for both of those. Go get those right now. It's going to take your speaking game, and it's going to take your publishing and your manuscript to another level. Some people are saying, listen, I don't even know where to start with a book. That's why you need the bestseller book blueprint. I'm going to take you from point A to point Z. Plug and play my system. Why do it for yourself? Why try to figure it out when I've already worked it out? Speaking of speaking, if you're looking for a dynamic speaker, now why would you look any further? You know that I'm the man for the job. So invite me to speak at your church, your conference, your community center, your school, your graduation, your session, your podcast. Add me to your calendar. Let's make some progression. All you got to do is email me to invite me. info@EddieConnor.com. Once again, email me to invite me. info@EddieConnor.com. And it would be an honor for me to empower you. Yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand. Yo, brother. And I mean that from another mother. Family has been fun, but brother got to run. So I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, treating a treasure, a joy beyond measure. But I want you, yes, you, I'm talking to you now. Yeah, I'm talking to you to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter, peace, and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher. I realize the extent of your development is connected to the extent of your investment. What I mean, invest little, develop little. But we're investing much into you as you invest in yourself by developing your purpose, developing your goals and your dreams and your ideals and your ideas, shifting you from ideas to income. Where does this all happen at? I'm so glad you asked. It takes place in our Eagles Academy. All you have to do is go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form, be transformed to shift your ideas into income, your contacts into contracts, really to grow your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You owe it to you to invest in you. And as a result of it, now you are able to be coached and mentored and be a part of our live trainings with yours truly. Yeah, with me, along with a host of other leaders and trendsetters and trailblazers and accountability partners. No one grows in a silo. The power of mentorship, it takes what I've learned in years and months and I give it to you in minutes. What I've learned in decades and I can give it to you in days. To be a part of our private Facebook group, to get guided feedback through our Eagle's Nest reflections, to get access to all of the content, all the live sessions and the trainings of business development, of financial stewardship, of the impact and empowerment that only takes place when you go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. Again, when you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form, be transformed. But it doesn't just stop there. You want to develop your book? Then guess what? You are an aspiring author. You need to get my bestseller book blueprint. It's available right now. accessidentity.org/author. All of the insight of what it is that I have used to write 18 books and be a best-selling author. You owe it to you to get your hands on that. You also owe it to you to get my Successful Speaker Strategies download. I'm telling you, whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. Let me show you how to develop your communication. There's an art to communication. Let me show you how to develop that. Go right now as well to accessidentity.org/speaker. And then I am blessed to pastor the Remnant Worshipers Church. I want you to be a part of the church that I am pastoring at right now. Is such a great thing of what it is that God has fashioned us to do. And it's taking place right here in the city of Detroit, 10 a.m. every Sunday, 6 p.m. we have prayer on Tuesdays, and then 7 p.m. on those same Tuesdays, we have TNT Tuesdays, Truth and Transformation. It's amazing. You want to be a part of it. Go right now, trwchurch.org. And then I want to see your face in the place this Sunday at 20470 Hubble Street. I'm doing my best to save you a seat. Powerful prayer, praise, and a preach word. Can't wait to see your face in place at the Remnant Worshipers Church.